Hi, how's it going?
Hey guys, it's going
All
good.
right, all good? All right. We're waiting for one colleague to come in. All right, we're starting now. So welcome everyone, whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. I'm Jem, and you're tuning in to MEX Spaces. So joining us today is Taylor, the CTO of Vitreus. It's a pleasure to have you with us today. First of all, Taylor, please introduce yourself to the audience.
Hello everyone, thank you for having us. I'm Taylor Cox, the Chief Technology Officer of the Vitreus Foundation, working to build Vitreus into the awesome and capable decentralized network that it can be.
All right. So before we begin, here's a special reminder for our audience. We will select 50 lucky online space users to receive 20 USDC, each as a thank you gift for spending your valuable time with us today. So, to kick things off today, Taylor, can you provide us an overview of Vitreus and its core missions itself?
Yeah, sure. Vitreus is a next generation layer zero blockchain ecosystem with a core mission to deliver scalable, affordable, and interoperable infrastructure for general purpose use with any form of application or use case. Now, typically we don't hear maybe as much about layer zero blockchains.
Yep.
Um, so a layer zero blockchain is meant to be something that facilitates the interoperability between layer ones. So Vitreus itself isn't just a layer one, it connects layer ones together or helps connect layer ones together. We can go into that more later on.
All right, sure. Thank you for that. Can you share the story behind the team that built Vitreus and their vision for the project itself?
Yeah, sure. So Vitreus has been building since November 2022.
Yeah.
It originally started specific for a use case in the finance sector, but through development and design iterations, it was quickly discerned that Vitreus could be much more robust and much more general, something that a lot more industries or use cases could use. So instead of overfitting the design, we decided to get more expansive and be more flexible with what we could do. Overall, the design and the vision for Vitreus is to be scalable, flexible, and most of all, affordable. We aim to be the most affordable block space through our collaborative affordability element, the V energy system, which will highly set us apart from any other blockchain, let alone layer zero.
All right. Speaking of scalability, affordability, can you tell us like what exactly is the Vitreus chain and how does it function at all?
Yeah. So, like I said, Vitreus is layer zero, right? So, layer
Yep.
zero ops as a acts as a communication layer between other things which are connected. In this case, we can connect to or have sovereign layer one blockchains connect to us and enable them to send messages across our relay chain to other layer one blockchains. Um, so all of these parallel networks that work individually with their own sets of rules can use us as a means to communicate to these other networks with different sets of rules. It enables them to share functions and features. Um, it allows them to have the opportunity to um, collaborate with each other in ways that maybe their native layer one blockchain doesn't allow. um, Vitreus is also built on 150 nodes spread globally through our current community, which establishes itself as a proof of stake deep-in network and deep-in decentralized physical infrastructure network. So we have these little tiny nodes, tiny computing devices that are programmed to be plug and play and establish a validation network for Vitreus itself, which is to be expanded as we grow. But ultimately, that's the core of Vitreus, right? It's built on DeepIn, it's layer zero, and it's proof of stake. One of the key differences here is V energy, and we'll also get into that here soon.
All right. Thank you so much for that. So you see, we have like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other layer zero token itself. Um, what differentiates Vitreus from other layer zero solutions on the market right now?
So Vitreus differentiates itself not only from just layer zeros, but all of blockchains. Period. Um, through its V energy system. Now, the V energy system uh, transforms Vitreus from this kind of solo or core token or coin element that we're used to seeing, such as Ethereum for using the Ethereum token for Ethereum based transactions. What Vitreus does is it decouples its security and consensus through the VTRS token, which we're specifically interested in today, and the V energy asset in the ecosystem itself. That V energy token is generated through staking and being involved in consensus and supporting security, to which V energy is used to fuel the network's usage. This is a unique system because as more people use Vitreus, all those staked tokens flex to support the amount of V energy needed to encourage or to make available the blockchain network for everybody. So no matter how many users there are, those stake tokens are always going to flex upward to make block space transactions, etc., more affordable, which means as transaction volume increases, the cost of a transaction decreases, which is something that is immensely different than anything out there.
Well, um, let's say that what opportunities are available for the community to engage with Vitreus ecosystem, and how does they benefits from the VTRS token itself right now?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Yep.
So currently, Vitreus has a mobile app which you can go and download from the Google and iOS stores. You can create your own native VTRS wallet. From there, you can acquire wrapped VTRS from Uniswap or listing soon here, MEXC. You can take those tokens. You could use our bridge from Ethereum to native VTRS, and you can begin staking those tokens to generate G-volts, which is a denomination of V energy, which will ultimately allow you to participate in governance and consensus-based staking. So you would be directly engaging in the security of the network by staking your tokens, and you'd have the ability to have a say in the future by participating in governance. You'd be earning these G-volt rewards, which can ultimately be converted into VTRS and soon other reward-based systems natively through our energy broker. So that today is the landscape for interacting with Vitreus at this time, but we have a lot of new developments in the pipeline that are going to increase the native value for builders and opportunities for users.
All right. Speaking of govern itself, can you explain what Vitreus vGovern is, and what is the significance of vGovern itself?
So vGovern is the governance portal which we use. It interfaces directly with the governance elements of the blockchain. It allows people to propose changes or request tokens from the treasury account. So we can execute code collaboratively as a DAO, and we can use our treasury funds collectively as a DAO where everybody has an opinion and every vote is welcome. vGovern facilitates our governance as a whole, and we have lots of fun plans for extending that current situation or that the current system. But right now, it's available. It's basic, but it is exactly what we need for this time to function as a protocol DAO.
All right. Thank you for that. Speaking of the feature itself, can you tell us what are some of the real world applications of features that we can look forward to?
Yeah, so Vitreus as a layer zero is really available for anything. Anybody that wants to build a substrate based blockchain and piggyback into a collaborative or shared security model with our layer zero and have the option of interoperating with other blockchains and their special offerings can find a home within Vitreus itself. So there's no set or specific purpose for Vitreus that they want to achieve. However, we do have builders, known builders, that are actively working on things such as Web3 accessibility, where the you know usability of Web3 wallets and such like that are being abstracted away for simplicity. We have builders working on digital asset infrastructure to make leveraging digital assets more simple or available to everyday people. We have builders that are working on large enterprise-based AI compliance tools.
All right.
That is a very interesting application for blockchain in general, and also very great for Vitreus as a volume metric. As a layer zero ecosystem, Vitreus is available and optimal for projects of all shapes, scales, and sizes, which means no matter how small your use case of blockchain is, Vitreus not only helps you in an affordable and efficient way, but it helps you scale. It connects you with a lot of users, as the ecosystem grows, and it's available whether you're doing enterprise or you're doing something very small.
All right. Thank you for that. Speaking of building something with Vitreus, we can see that you can earn with VTRS itself. So we can see that you have a VIP program over there. Can you kindly explain a little bit of that?
Yeah, so the VIP program is a staking value add-on. So when you have tokens that are staked and you elect to become a VIP, you are essentially suggesting that you're not going to unstake or leave the program. And
Mhm.
in doing so, for such a long-term lockup, you're going to be rewarded by an additional pool of staking rewards, which comes in two separate buckets. VIPP, which was for our very early adopters, and VIP, which is currently still available to anyone. Now,
All right.
those rewards come from an on-chain collection of taxes or ecosystem fees, which will pay out after a certain period of time based on user participation within the program. So simply put, if you lock up your tokens and you don't move them and you want to stay for a long time, what you can do is you can elect to be a VIP, and then you could take you could generate more participation points within this VIP program and convert that into additional rewards at the end of each VIP period, which is 1 calendar year. So January to December, to which rewards are available from January to February. Does that answer
All
your
right,
question?
cool.
Cool.
Yep. Thanks for that. So, speaking of, Vitreus listing with us, so what are the key milestones has Vitreus achieved so far? Can you share a little bit for that?
Yeah, Vitreus has had quite the journey. Starting from November 2022, the white paper was being written. We moved into 2023 and we started raising funds. We've raised over $1 million throughout 2023, which fueled our
Yeah.
growth and our development to this point. We released our set of NFT vouchers along the way there, through an innovative kind of pre-sale mode where we would collect Ethereum and USDC, and we'd provide you a voucher which directly claimed your tokens on native VTRS through their unique wallet interface, which is kind of cool. We'll be able to experience that again soon. We've also released our V nodes, as I talked about, these small computing devices branded with Vitreus, and they're designed to be plug and play. We've released our V app, which allows you to not only control that computer and become a validator and interface with validation requirements, but it also is your means for as a wallet. So you can stake there, you can transfer your balances, you can see your VIP status, stuff like that. We launched our Vitreus mainnet in April, and we have our upcoming StageNet and testnet available for public use here in a few weeks. A few months ago, we launched our Wrap VTRS token on Uniswap. We also thereafter released our bridge from VTRS to Ethereum,
Right.
which allows everybody holding VTRS or everybody within the Ethereum ecosystem to directly access Vitreus, which is really important. So as Vitreus continues to grow and continues to be mastering all these milestones that we've set out for ourselves, we just launched our new roadmap, which has a lot of cool stuff coming out for both V app, V nodes, the network itself, reward loops, gamification, all of these cool things. That could be read on our Discord, which I hope most of you here go and join. We have lots of cool documentation, announcements every week, and you'll be able to see our track record of milestones more clearly there. I think it's 68 weeks in running. Well, this week will be week 68. Yeah.
All right, sure. Thank you for that. So speaking of roadmap itself, can you kindly briefly share with us what upcoming partnerships or updates that the community should be excited about?
Yeah. So I think the community should definitely be excited about what V energy means and how Vitreus is deploying their core system, V energy, and what that does for blockchain on a grander scale, right? Vitreus has flipped blockchain economics kind of on its head with this V energy system. So that's one of the things I personally am most excited about, getting this V energy system up and running and really putting Vitreus on the map as a blockchain that's going to disrupt the current scheme. We have in that new roadmap different kinds of reward loops and gamification layers, such as our Phi, our third native asset, and bonds, which is a derivative or a use case for Phi directly. What Phi does is it allows users that have G volts or V energy to go into an inter-ecosystem asset that is designed to perpetually store and represent value within Vitreus itself. So we can get into cool use cases through loyalty or progression, and we can really gamify the total reward loop of Vitreus there. So these are both updates that are under active development and upcoming in our roadmap. Those are what I'm personally most excited about. We have new nodes that are coming in the pipeline. So we have our V node now, which is for validation, but we've also discussed and will be working on the compute node, or the C node, which will be designed for providing decentralized, high quality and high powered compute. It'll have a GPU on board. It'll be able to be addressed by the blockchain. It will be able to run a large language model or AI or other types of
Oh,
powerful, hungry computing elements. We have S nodes, which are going to contribute to the decentralized storage capabilities of Vitreus. So what
right.
we're doing here holistically is turning blockchain into the foundational layer for a decentralized computing cloud, right? And we've seen that before, but not on a layer 0 level, not wrapped with fee energy, which is making all of this usage more and more affordable on a use by use basis, and empowering those that are staking and generating these G Volts through a robust series of gamification and reward loops. So that roadmap that's out now is the starting point of that. I would suggest everybody here go join Discord, check that out, give us your feedback, get excited, because the vanguards, the community of Vitreus, are very excited about this.
All right, thank you for that. So moving on, we have 3 questions from the community itself that has been picked by us to answer here today. So for the first questions, it will be, I think, quote unquote, security is the most important aspect. So my question to Vitreus, is the smart contract being audited with the Tradic team or others itself? Can you kindly explain about that?
Yeah, so that's a really important question, right? Security is absolutely paramount, and nobody can afford to be exploited or breached. So the Vitreus network itself has been audited by Certic. The Vitreus implementation of our bridge has been audited and pen tested by Certic. And the V app, our mobile app, has been pen tested by Certic, which means we've had the best in the business check on multiple facets of our ecosystem and have given us a great security score, which you can see on the Certic dashboard. So you can go and check that out. But yes, we've been assessed by, Certic. We're the best in the Web3 business here, and they've given us the flying colors. But that doesn't mean our security journey stops, right? Everything we
Yep.
do needs to be reassessed. When we have critical updates, they need to be assessed before we move forward. So when we make these critical, ecosystem defining changes, we need to make sure that we put them through a proper audit pipeline and not just push them out. That is also in our plan.
All right, thank you for that. So for the second questions, so this is from the community, quote unquote. I like the approach of Vitreous in terms of empowering small teams itself. So could you share with your visions regarding this statement, please?
Yeah, sure. As our core mission is to provide affordable and scalable um, block space and transactions for the users, right? Which
Yep.
allows a lot more flexibility in getting involved with blockchain and building for blockchain than something that's maybe a little heavier or um, with an extended set of depth like Vitreus or or like Ethereum, right? Where Ethereum
Right,
is
right.
mounting in costs, it makes it more difficult, and then maybe now you need to raise more money, or you're just priced out of being able to use their block space in some regards. So Vitreus not only is able to provide grants or opportunities through governance, but we're also able to confirm that we will be, based on our system, the most affordable means for developers to come in and deploy their apps, which, as soon as the developers start using Vitreus in an affordable manner, no matter their shape, no matter their scale or their size, right? Small apps, large apps, we want them all. Vitreus provides this optimal and growing home for these things.
All right, sure. So it will be means that Vitreus will be the all one-stop place for all these apps alone itself. Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
So yeah, correct. So for the third questions, is about the AI technology conflict. So how does Vitreus integrate conflict, which is the AI technology, into the Vitreus blockchain's operation itself? So what specific problems does this AI solve in the context of, blockchain management or, compliances? Can you share a little bit for that?
I can share a little bit. Yes. Now, ComplyQ is that big enterprise builder that I was talking about that is known for um, that is known to be building with Vitreus. So they're using Vitreus technology to empower their business-based solution. Um, as far as I know, their API that they connect
Yeah.
in their SaaS product will write
Yeah.
to a Vitreus parachain, ultimately which uses G-volts. So they're able to offer such a product, which would not be available. It would even push the difficulty on ETH layer twos, right?
Yeah.
From a fee
Yeah.
standpoint, we're talking about micro costs per prompt within an AI workflow. So, if an AI workflow has 4, 12, 15 different interactions that it goes through, this ComplyQ system performs each of those transactions onto the blockchain. We can imagine how much that would add up in different environments, right? But on
Right. Right.
Vitreus, we actually make it cheaper the more you use. So ComplyQ itself makes itself more affordable through its success, which is beneficial for them. So this is a really great use case of Vitreus technology, of the V Energy system, and we're very excited to have ComplyQ as one of our first builders on the Vitreus ecosystem.
All right. Thank you for sharing that. I believe that the small problems will add up all these costs, which means that Vitreus has a core competitive advantages, which is low fees and true scalability alone. So Taylor, this will be the final sessions. You could say something about the Vitreus things that you want to share with our audience, something like updates and so on. Can you share with that?
Yeah, sure. So, Vitreus just came out of its initial build phase. We built all through 2023. We've launched early this year. We have a lot of good foundational elements that are available to consume and engage with. We have builders that are starting to build. We have builder ready content coming out, which means our testnet will be available, our StageNet will be available, so developers can come in and touch our systems and grow their apps. We have a very robust set of gamification, which redefines user engagement in Web3, which is one of the key elements that has been missing on the user experience side. Consistent engagement, affordable and simple engagement. Vitreous strives to be a redefinition of what blockchain can be, and will do that through its V Energy system, which is unlocked directly by staking VTRS. So anybody with VTRS tokens can bridge into native VTRS, and you can stake and you can get access to not only a nice approximate 9% APR right now, but also that V Energy system that'll expand across the rest of this year and into next year. So I really hope that we get a lot of people coming over to Discord, joining in, learning more about Vitreus. I hope you guys engage with our documentation, give us feedback, become, voices within governance. We want to hear you. We want to see you. Um, Vitreus is going to be a blockchain that disrupts the current norm. It's going to become more affordable than Solana. It is going to become more scalable than Polkadot. It is going to become more powerful than Ethereum. And I hope we together can all work towards that future. And I hope that everybody that engages here can see that in the roadmap and take this journey with us.
All right, thank you so much, Taylor. So that brings us to the end of today's AMA sessions. A huge thank you to Taylor for your valuable insights on VeChain, not VeChain itself, Vitreus chain, Vitreus chain, VTRS. So we appreciate all of you for tuning today, for the engaging questions that you have submitted. So your participation make this session very worthwhile. So have a great night. Have a good day ahead. Thank you so much for coming here. So until next time, goodbye. Thank you so much, Taylor.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Thank you so much, Vitreus Chain. Goodbye. Have a good day.